If you love surfing, then you will love Luke Hemsworth's latest film. Bosch Rockit is shot in Byron Bay, and I sat down with the star to chat about filming, family and a very friendly A-list neighbour.
How'd you feel? Some magic in the air, magic in the water. It's everywhere. Last one, the cars are rocking. Go!
Luke Hemsworth, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Now, this is an amazing film, and it's exciting that an Australian movie is hitting the big screen because we've got people back into the cinemas. Tommy Cruise, some bloke called Chris Hemsworth, the rest of them, they've got us all going back in. Now we're going to get to see an Aussie film. How excited are you?
Oh, I'm so excited, and I really think it's a great film for cinema. It's shot in and around Byron, obviously, but it's this beautiful sort of immersive family drama at its heart. But I think to see it in the cinema, be there with an audience and, you know, laugh and cry along is really where it's at.
What's your name, little fella?
Rockit. Dad and I are on holiday.
The shot during COVID, right?
Shot during COVID at the end of 2020, so, you know, it's been bouncing back around and a couple of little festivals, and we won the Grand Jury Prize in the Mammoth Film Festival, which was pretty cool. Got to go up and see the snow and drink some schnapps.
You got to do it, you know, whatever.
I reckon we get up early before the sunrise and the wind's asleep and the dolphins are just waking up.
It looks amazing. You know, you've got these great surfing shots. It's set in Byron, set around some of Australia's best scenery, and then this amazing soundtrack that goes with it. Bit of Dragon, which just I always love, but original soundtrack as well. So tell us about the look and feel of it and why that was important for the story.
I think what we wanted to do is have it feel like a movie from the 90s. It feel like that snapshot of us as teenagers going out of childhood and becoming men, and the men and women that surrounded us, you know, what it was like to be cheeky grommets in the car park.
Piss off.
You get any of my boy out there ripping?
Who? Your imaginary friend.
All right, love. It's hard to make Byron look bad, you know, and Brunswick Heads and, you know, all those, the surrounding hinterlands. It's just incredibly beautiful to shoot. But I think at its core, it's the emotional journey which you're seeing on screen, and they both complement each other beautifully.
When's Mum coming home?
I wish I could tell you, mate.
It's a love story between father and son, and I think that was probably the most important thing to me, was to just show that it's okay to have love for your child when you're failing, and it's okay to have love for your parents when they're not doing a great job as well. And, you know, that's life. We all make mistakes. We all do things that are selfish, but ultimately, if the love is there and it's enough, then, you know, hopefully we can get through all those things.
Things have to get a lot harder before they get easier.
You know, I didn't have a childhood like that. I had, you know, wonderful parents, and my father was very, very present. But I know from being a father of 3 girls that I'm not always doing the right thing. And I hope that I'm not scarring them for life by making, you know, questionable decisions, whatever they may be. But just being present with them and, you know, trying to spend as much time with them. And I'm very lucky with my job that I do get to spend big chunks of time at home with them, and we're obviously away shooting a lot. But yeah, I think that's ultimately what the film is about. It's about that family dynamic, but in a broken family.
Stop right there! Rocket! Let's go! I don't have time to explain it. Leave no trace, all right? Take everything. Let's go, let's go!
Hold the light.
We all still feel that guilt of not getting everything 100% right, but the hope is that that love overrides everything, and forgiveness can be there as well.
Yeah, forgiveness is a huge part of, you know, this story, and I think Tyler had a lot of demons growing up, and he had a lot to forgive, and it took him a long time, and he went on a very deep spiritual journey. He moved to India and got into Sikhism, and ultimately he ended up, you know, realising that his parents are just humans, and they've made mistakes, and that by forgiving them, he's able to heal and move forward. And then I think that was a catalyst for him for writing this beautiful story and being able to tell it so well.
Do you know how that feels? To be left and to be lied to again and again?
The danger was that the script was going to be Underbelly or something like that. And,
Right,
there was a conscious effort to shift away from Bosch being a drug dealer. You know, that is a very small part of who he is, and he's just a guy who's navigating through the world, doing things that aren't obviously the greatest, but ultimately all the love is there for his son. And then you have to show, you know, Rasmus's journey and him coming to terms with the fact that his dad has been absent, but he still has to forgive and love as well.
Your father's going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
Hey, look at me. Look at me.
Plus, you got to shoot a movie in Byron Bay. I mean, can we just absorb that for a moment?
Yeah, that's it.
Lucky Luke.
That was definitely a big part of saying yes. You know, driving to work and driving home and sleeping in your own bed is the dream. You
And
know,
surfing.
Yeah, and surfing.
You're paid
Surfing
to
in
surf.
the film.
I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, got lucky on that one. And that was during COVID too. That was so bizarre. No one else was working, and we were going to work and going surfing. We felt like, you know,
Yeah, just sort of tick, tick,
yeah.
and
Just
tick.
keep this one quiet. Okay?
Just on the
We don't want to rub it in.
Things are pretty good. You did actually get to shoot another movie on home turf. You did Thor: Love and Thunder and resurrected your, came back in your role.
Resurrected, yes.
Yeah, bueno, so, yeah, well, kind of because of the role. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun's that one to shoot with Taika Waititi?
Oh, it's 12 out of 10. It's just a laugh a minute. You know, your Taika and Matt, Sam Neill, and then Melissa McCarthy this year. It was just hilarious. And you know, part of the battle is just keeping your head together so you're not bursting into laughter half the time, because some of it's so ridiculous.
Shh, it's all right. Hold on. I'm sorry. I tried to rule Earth. They'd be lucky to have you.
It's another dream job, you know. I'm wearing Chris's armor that he was wearing in the original one, and you know, his wig that's been made to fit my massive head. It's really hard to complain about any of that. So I hope there's a spin-off or something at some stage.
Exactly. That is the question I'm asking. Where is the
actor Thor and actor Loki saved the, I don't know, film industry.
Chris's kids were in it. Taika's kids were in it. Were your kids in it as well? Your girls?
My kids were not in that. My kids, my eldest kids actually were in Bosch Rockit for one of the scenes. They got to be in this little one of the school scenes in which there were 2 kids at the desk. So they were very, very wide-eyed and happy to sort of go along. But they really don't care. They're so unimpressed by what I do.
Really?
Yeah, I think the middle one's maybe you know, starting to come around. The oldest one, she doesn't care, and the youngest one's like, whatever. You know, I wanna play Nintendo, Dad. You know.
I love that. My daughter's exactly the same. Could not give a flying what I do for a living, and I think that's kind of cool.
It's cool.
I didn't do it for him.
Matt's here at the moment. Have you guys caught up and been hanging?
He's been living at the end of the street, so it's been hard not to bump into him. It's been great. We were at our place at the beach, and he was at his place, and he was like, "Come to our beach." I'm like, "No, it's 300 metres away. It's too far."
Don't do it. Don't.
You're also king of TV, Westworld, season 4. How much have you been enjoying Westworld?
I really love the show. And I love the people. I really love working with it. They are incredible people. The minds of, you know, Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy are just as sharp as you can get. And it's not a fantasy. It's a documentary, that show.
It wasn't meant to be, but yes.
Yeah.
Everybody needs good neighbors.
How did you feel watching Neighbours finish up, given you spent some time in Erinsborough?
I was devastated they didn't give me a call.
Did they not?
They did not, no. But
what's with that?
yeah, look, I don't know. Nathan Tyson, no one really wants to see him again. You know, I think it's sad to see an Australian, you know, institution go way of the dodo. Dan McPherson, I met, first day I met D-Mac, and then we kept bumping into each other in St Kilda over the years, and then we ended up living next to each other on like one street away in Santa Monica, and then doing the film together. And yeah, sort of, I've had friendships that have lasted 20 years from that, so it's incredible.
Sometimes in life, things have to get a lot harder before they get easier.
So excited for Bosch and Rockit in cinemas on the 18th.
18th, yep.
Congratulations, I really loved it. It's got all the feels.
It really does.
Yeah.
I'm excited for people to see it. The kids have watched it 3 times. I've made them sit through it and they screamed the whole time.
What did they say? Did they give you the full David and Margaret review?
Well, they've watched it 3 times, so that they
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
But 3 times from the kids, that sounds like a 5-star review from
I think
them.
so.
Thanks for being my dad.
Thanks for being my son.
So, yeah, as I said, opens in cinemas August 18th. An Australian film on the big screen. This is good. This is
We
what we
like
want to
that.
see.
That was a great interview, Ange.
He's a great guy. There's not a dud in that family. They're all lovely.
Yeah, they really are.
But they're all incredible actors, but they're all incredible blokes
Good
too.
people.
Yeah, good people. Yeah, so go and
great.
see it. It's really good.
Good job.